Are you thinking of writing down your goal for the year 2025 and you were not able to achieve your goal for the year 2024? Then watch this. A good number of us are already writing down our goals for the year 2025, but we're not able to achieve the one for this year. Now ask yourself these few questions. If you're thinking of writing down another goal for 2025, reflect on the goals you wrote for 2024. Go through them. Ask yourself, was I able to achieve at least 50% of the goals I set for this year 2024? If your answer is a no, then go further to ask yourself, what exactly did I do wrong? Or what exactly was the reason why I was not able to achieve the goals I set for this year? Then if you've been able to ask yourself these questions and peradventure you weren't able to find any any tangible answer to them, then I think I have an answer for you. Now let's begin with achieving success. Follow a plan, and it is being intentional, which is where most of us get it wrong. We set a goal, but we are not intentional about them. There can only be two problems that will cause this. Now the problem is we don't even know that success is planned. So we just think about the success, the goal, but we don't think about the plan. The next problem might be we don't know how to even write down our plans. Most of us know that, okay, for me to achieve my goals, I need a plan. But another issue people like that have is we don't even know how to properly write down the plan. Now, I'm going to tell you just 3 elements, 3 things to make you a good plan. These are the 3 things you need for a good plan. The first is the goal. The goal is the end result you want. So you've thought of what you want to have by the end of next year 2025. You've thought of the clotheslines you want, the brand you want to have, the social media handles you want to build. That is your end result. And all of us, literally all of us, have that in mind. But then most of us stop there when we are writing down our goals and we don't move to the next element, which is the strategy. Now the strategy is the master plan. And this is where you begin to write down your plan step by step, what you want to do, what you need to do to achieve your goal, to come to your end result, which is your goal. You need to write them down. The ideas you've gotten about your business that you want to start, the ideas you've gotten about how to develop your social media handles, the ideas you've gotten about how to start up that particular business, you write them down. Plain. That is your strategy. Now the last one is the action point. This is the last element you need, the action point, and this is where you have to step in the plan. Now you've written down your plan, which is your strategy. Now the action point is the steps in the plan. Now all the things you've written down, that is number 1, I'm going to do this, number 2, I'm going to do this, number 3, I'm going to do this. Most times, just coming up to when we get to the new year, January 1st, you starting with the number 1 strategy you wrote might not necessarily be the thing that will bring you to achieving your goal. Now the reason why you're writing down those plans is so the ideas that is coming to your mind will not go waste. So when you've written down those ideas, the only action you need to take to achieve those goals is for you to look at those ideas you've written down and then ask yourself, which one is more easier for me to implement first? That is the one you start with. If you wrote down 20 goals, if number 18 is the first easiest plan you think you can implement to start up whatever goal you have, start up whatever plan you have, then start with that number 15. Don't say I need to start with number 1 or I need to start with number 2. No, you don't need to follow it accordingly. All you need to do is on a daily you check, okay, if I start with this one, it's easier for me to implement this one, and then after that I'll follow up with this other one. It might be scattered. Or if you're a kind of person that likes being organized, by the time you've written down everything, then you can take another paper and say, okay, let me organize it. This is easier to implement. So you write that one in a new sheet as number 1. Then after this one, I can implement this one next. Write it down. If you do this, I promise you're going to end the year 2025 achieving 80 or 90% of the goals you're setting for year 2025. And when you do that, you come back to thank me. If you want more tips on how to achieve your goal come 2025, please drop a comment and say yes in the comment section. Don't forget to follow us. We are into natural hair consultancy, food nutritionist, and a content creator. Bye.